Breast milk is the perfect food for infants, and long-term studies show breastfeeding contributes to a lifetime of good health. Breastfed babies have lower rates of infectious disease, a lower risk for SIDS, and may have a decreased risk for asthma, diabetes, and childhood obesity. Current research even suggests breastfeeding leads to lower blood pressure and lower rates of obesity and type 2 diabetes in adults. That's why in September of 2017, St. Peter's Health Partners opened 2 new lactation rooms, one in Proctors, the other in the Palace Theater, providing a private, comfortable space for nursing mothers to breastfeed and pump. The effort was supported through a New York State Department of Health grant, Pediatric Obesity Prevention, creating breastfeeding-friendly communities.
One component of that grant is to develop worksite lactation spaces. So women who work there have a place to express their milk and can store their milk and things like that. So the nice thing about what Palace and Proctors have done is that they open lactation rooms not just for their employees but also for patrons. And the one at Proctors is open to the public as well. So anybody can come in. If they're at a location where they need to express their milk, they can come and use this room privately.
And we tried to come up with accommodations for our staff, but we never thought about it being a public service. So St. Peter's really helped inspire us to get it done right.
I feel like having a place like the Lactation Lounge that's hosted here at Proctors is really important for mothers. They host a lot of family-friendly events here, and having a private, quiet space to nurse your baby is just really important.
I think it's wonderful. I was very comfortable in there, and there's books and it's very private.
80% of women are going to return to work before the baby turns 1. And so we recommend, not just us, but a lot of research, a lot of studies are recommending that babies be nursed, breastfed exclusively until 6 months, and then after 6 months, still fed breast milk until they turn the age of 1 for the best health benefits. So if a woman is back to work, especially if she's back to work before the baby's 1 or back to work at just the 3-month stage, she needs to be able to continue to express the milk. And we find that a lot of women are stopping early because they're not supported in the workplace, or they're not supported other places they go. They just don't have the time or the space to do it.
To me, it's just natural. You know, I'm just trying to make sure that my child gets the proper nutrition. I don't have time to pump all the time, so if I don't pump and I need to feed my baby, I should be able to feed her without being judged or people looking at me.
So this is one step to making it easier for these women to be able to do this and continue nursing till the baby turns 1 year.
I appreciate, that they took the time out to make a lactation room because, me being a mother, I just feel like it's very hard to do it in public.
I know early on when I was nursing, especially my daughter, I was very uncomfortable with the logistics of nursing and making sure that I wasn't exposing myself. So having the space I think is really important, especially for first-time mothers, because kind of getting the mechanics of nursing and doing so, and oftentimes you have to really get that latch correct or your baby's crying and then people are turning around looking at you wondering what's going on.
We're just very excited to support our families and children that come into the Palace Theater.
And hopefully other employers will see this need too and make it a norm. We don't want to be the exception. We want everybody to have this opportunity.
And I want to thank everybody at St. Peter's for your support and really for recognizing the preventative care that this really is. As we look at how our children grow and mature and learn, this is an important piece of that.
They're so great, and they're so dedicated to the well-being of children. And like Erin said, obesity is a big issue right now, and so we're hoping if we start care early enough and get them on the right path, that's going to kind of eliminate that problem we're having right now.
Breastfeeding is such an amazing bond with my daughter. We get a chance to get to know each other better because I'm new to her and she's so new to me.